Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode with Ralph. Hope you're fine. And today we are going to work on IELTS Writing Task 2, and I'm going to write a sample Band 9 score in essay writing. And the question type for today is problems and solutions. So first of all, let's take a look at our question here. Many students struggle in class and do not leave school with good educational qualifications. Why do some pupils struggle? What do you think should be done to help students who find studying difficult? All right, so this question is about students' struggle, and the topic is supporting weaker students. So we have to talk when we have to give some reasons why do some pupils struggle, and what are some solutions that we can find in order to tackle this problem. All right. So first of all, what we do here is to brainstorm. And brainstorming is like we write why do some pupils struggle? What are the reasons? So there are a couple of reasons. For example, poor teachers who cannot control and motivate students. Another reason is poor teaching materials or irrelevant courses. Another reason is parents who do not support or help students. And there's also another reason, society, for example, society which does not value learning. And there are some solutions that we can take in order to tackle these problems. For example, teachers should receive better training and be dismissed if they are not good enough. Another solution is related to governments. Governments should invest in stimulating and relevant courses and material. The third solution is parents. Parents should have to attend classes in which they learn to support their children's learning. Another solution is related to pupils or students. Pupils could be given rewards or incentives to do well in school, and students should not be allowed to leave school until they have passed exams in basic skills. And also governments could introduce awareness-raising campaigns to teach everyone the importance of doing well at school. So it is possible, when we want to write about problem and solution, to include solutions which connect specifically to the causes. All right, and it is also possible to include general solutions which do not connect to a specific cause. Both are okay, but most of the times I try to offer solutions that connect specifically to the causes or to the problems I've mentioned in the previous paragraph. Now, let's start writing. So it is often a good idea to start our essay with a general statement, as I have said before. And sometimes you can base your general statement on a paraphrase of the statement part of the question, or you can simply offer something general about the topic. So the topic is that some students struggle at school, right? So we can write about this. We can write that school is not always a positive experience for everyone, right? This is exactly the sentence that I start my introduction paragraph. School is not a positive experience for everyone. That's it. This is my general statement. And now it's time to paraphrase the question, all right? And I can write that, for example, although there are some students who succeed in school, there are also many teenagers who find studying at school difficult, or they struggle to succeed, right? Although some youngsters thrive in class, it's a very good word, means succeed. Many teenagers are desperate to leave formal education and do so without recognized qualifications and with few relevant skills. This is how I paraphrase this question. And as you remember, the last sentence is thesis statement. And you know that in thesis statement, if the question is about problem solution, so we say that there are a number of causes and there are some solutions that we can take in order to tackle this problem. So there are a couple of ways that we can write our thesis statement about problem or solution or cause solution. Now, what I'm going to write here is like this. We clearly need to understand the causes of this unacceptable situation so that we can tackle it. Remember, we never provide the details of the causes or solutions in thesis statement. We just say that there are a number of causes or problems, and there are some ways that we can take in order to tackle the problem. That's it. This is our thesis statement. All right. Now let's start writing our first body paragraph. And as you know, we want to write about the causes of this negative experience of children, of students. Now, as you already know, our first sentence is topic sentence, all right? It includes a phrase which connects it to the thesis statement and a phrase about the topic of the paragraph. So the rest of the paragraph deals with this topic sentence, all right? So what I'm going to write is like this. Many of the reasons why some youths have such a negative experience in the classroom are connected to the quality of teaching. So I'm going to talk about the quality of teaching. And the rest of the paragraph here is related to this quality of teaching. I have to support, sometimes I have to give some examples, all right? So what do I mean by the quality of teaching? Tutors are often obliged to teach subjects such as algebra, physics, or geography, which seem entirely irrelevant to their pupils. So this is what I exactly mean by the quality of teaching. Sometimes the material used is too hard or too easy. Regularly, incompetent, unmotivated, or uncaring teachers are unable to control and inspire their students, leading to high levels of disruption and even truancy or bullying. So you see here what I've done. After students, there are students, instead of saying which leads to, all right, I write leading to high levels of disruption. Now let's analyze this paragraph. Giving examples like algebra, physics, or geography. So I provide some different examples that I can support my claim. So what do I mean by those subjects? So these are the subjects that students find challenging or difficult to understand. And I have also used some complex adjectives to my noun, which makes it pretty impressive, like, for example, incompetent, unmotivated, uncaring teachers. So using some adjectives instead of, for example, good, bad, big, small, interesting can actually make your writing stand out to the examiner. And I've also written leading to, which I talked about that, all right, which means resulting in high grades. And the last words, as you can see, levels of disruption, truancy, and bullying. So this is an essay about problems in schools, right? So in order to get a band 7 or higher, you will need to include language, which is specifically connected to this topic, all right? So when I talk about the problems, so I should provide some words. I should use some words or vocabularies that are specifically connected to the topic, like levels of disruption, truancy, or bullying. In the second body paragraph, I'm going to write other reasons for poor performance in class, right? And that is related to the society. So I included one reason in my first body paragraph, and the second reason will be included in the second body paragraph. That's okay if your essay consists of 5 paragraphs, that's okay, no problem. Other reasons for poor performance in school are related to the wider society. So what do I mean by this? This is, as you can see, this is another strong topic sentence which contains a phrase which connects it to the previous paragraph and also to the thesis statement, all right? And there is also a phrase which tells us the topic of this paragraph. So what do I mean? The topic of this paragraph is related to the society, the wider society. And the rest of this paragraph should fully support this topic, all right? Now, what do I mean by the wider society? So I should explain it more, right? And I can write something like this. We live in a world which values wealth and physical appearance, but not necessarily intelligence or the acquisition of knowledge. This is my claim. Those who excel at school do not tend to have high social status. So this is what I give as an example to support my claim. It is not, therefore, surprising that younger people are unwilling to put effort into completing assignments or passing assessments, all right? And I have included lots of nouns and noun phrases in my writing here, like wealth, like physical appearance, like intelligence, like the acquisition of knowledge, all right? So these phrases will impress the examiner, right? And this is called nominalization, and it's a feature of formal and academic writing in which you list the things that you want to talk about it, and you list lots of nouns and noun phrases in your essay, all right? So remember to use this technique, which can improve actually your band score. Let's move to our next paragraph, third body paragraph, or our paragraph 4. And again, you know that first sentence is topic sentence, so I should talk about the ways that we can tackle this problem or some solutions. Probably the most effective approach, by approach it means solution, would be to focus on the quality of teachers, the curriculum, and course content. Very, very important here, this topic sentence. So, in this paragraph, I'm going to talk about the quality of teachers and also the curriculum and course content, all right? So first, after this topic sentence, what I'm going to talk about is related to the quality of teachers. It is essential that those who work in the education profession, instead of using teachers or tutors, which I have used before in this essay, so I can write a sentence, those who work in the education profession, all right, are well respected and well remunerated. It is equally vital that teachers lacking the necessary abilities are retrained or dismissed. So this is about the quality of teachers. Now, I should write about curriculum and course content. What do I mean by this, and how we can solve this problem? Similarly, so this I want to talk about curriculums and course content. Experts in pedagogy need to assess the course books and websites used to ensure that they are relevant and appropriate. And although the topic sentence does not refer to making fundamental changes to social attitudes, I want to add another important solution here. Making fundamental changes, or I can also write moreover, or in addition, or additionally. I can make my essay using cohesive devices and connecting the sentences to the previous sentence. So I write additionally, or moreover, or furthermore. Making fundamental changes in social attitudes could also radically improve students' performance. right? However, this would require a huge amount of work and may not be achievable in the short run. Right. So as you remember, in my topic sentence, I referred to most effective approach and the evaluation of making fundamental changing the course materials and curriculums and course content. All right. But here I've also tried to use another solution, and I talk about its effect that if we want to make it happen, it would be achievable in the long term, not in the short run. And now it's time to write our conclusion part. And as you remember, in conclusion part, we almost always start our first sentence referring to the thesis statement, or kind of paraphrasing the thesis statement. Overall, it is essential to recognize that improving academic standards needs to be a priority. Making sure that young learners who experience difficulty are supported could reap massive rewards. A society in which everyone was well educated would certainly be healthier, more peaceful, and more prosperous. This last sentence is a kind of hope that I have toward to the future. You can end your essay, your conclusion paragraph, with a hope or prediction or warning or things like this. And let's read the first sentence again. Overall, it is essential to recognize that improving academic standards needs to be a priority. So this is a kind of repeating the idea that is a serious problem. So I repeat this idea that this is a very serious problem. And I go on to explain that finding solutions would be very good. Making sure that young learners who experience difficulty are supported could reap massive rewards. So this is, I'm kind of referring to the solutions, that if we find solutions to these problems, it can have, let's say, massive rewards. It could reap massive rewards. And I finish by supporting the previous sentence and explaining why finding solutions would be so good. The last point to wrap it up is related to the conclusion part, especially if we want to talk about problem and solution essay. You know, it is possible when you want to write the conclusion paragraph in a problem and solution type of essay, it is also possible to evaluate your solutions. For example, you say why they would work, or you can explain whose responsibility it is to solve the problem, right? For example, government, individuals, and you can also describe your feelings about the situation. It can be a hope, it can be a wish, worry, fear, prediction, things like this, right? And that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this part and has been really helpful to you. Until next time and another essay, enjoy your time, stay tuned, and bye-bye.